Hey gamers, it's your boy Deck of the Stars back at it with another video coming from a table rather than my desk. I figured this would be a little more appropriate since I'm trying to do an unboxing. Sorry if it sounds kind of like it. I'm just trying not to wake the other folks in my house. If you couldn't tell by, I'm sure this is gonna be the title. As well as what I have right here, I'm gonna be unboxing the highly coveted Switch OLED. Came out in October, I believe. I actually got mine ordered on day one, but I shipped it to my folks' place instead, due to the fact that I'd be down there anyways, but because they live in a much safer part of the states than I do, so it was partially motivated on that. So, I'll give you one more good look at the box here. One thing I'm really glad about is that if you see my face in the camera, I don't have to blur that out anymore. That was one of the great things about the face reveal that I did back. There's a little bit of a open ad here, all the different modes, tabletop, docked, and handheld. Very awesome. Try and not like open shit right next to the mic as well. Just for the purposes, it's gonna sound awful if I do. Open it right here. Okay. Very first thing we're gonna have here is, of course, the console and the Joy-Cons. If you have a normal Switch of any kind, this process is gonna look very similar, except in a much fancier box, as Nintendo usually does with their revisions. The Switch OLED is actually slightly bigger than the base model Switch, for those of you who didn't know that. That's a fun fact for you right there. I would get my original Switch out, but, ooh, that's already a fingerprint right there. Yikes. Yeah, for those of you who have not seen a Switch OLED in stores, ever so slightly bigger, much glossier screen from what I can tell. Feels very premium too. I'm greatly looking forward to testing that out. I wouldn't do anything bad there. One of the big features actually of this model, really scared. Oh my gosh. Oh, that works so well. Is the kickstand right here. I don't know if it's capturing me real well, but you actually, this is something I haven't seen any reviewer talk about really. Trying to see if I can get a good angle. You can actually determine the angle of which the tabletop mode applies on. That's really cool. Good on you, Nintendo. Of course, when it comes to the console itself, I got the white edition because why wouldn't I? This really just feels like a very premium Switch. I definitely will be making a video in the future on my thoughts of which one is best for each person, but I have the feeling I'm really gonna like this one. This is huge. Like, it feels so much bigger. The bezel is, of course, practically non-existent. Let's take a look at what else we have here. So we have the console itself. Nice sleek white right there. And below here we have multiple other things. We'll get to the unimportant stuff done first so we can have more fun with the important things. For one, we have standard Nintendo HDMI cable, although, yeah, okay, this one does say Nintendo on it. This does look a little bit updated from the ones they've used the last couple of years. It's also a lot more flexible than the ones they've been using. Like, I noticed that theirs are always super stiff. Following that in there, we have two Joy-Con straps. Nothing too interesting there. You just put your Joy-Cons on them. Nothing we haven't seen before. To be fair, that is everything with this console. I think that's why a lot of people still are unsure about whether they want to buy it. I got it more for collecting purposes, but I don't think I'm going to regret it whatsoever. This feels a lot better than I would have thought initially. Okay, standard Nintendo power brick. Very, very cool. Let me put these back in. I end up keeping the boxes. I have a whole stack of them in my room. And that will be with this one as well. Again, much like the original Switch, we're gonna have a Nintendo Switch grip. Again, this feels a lot more premium. I don't know if I'm just saying that now, but this feels a lot smoother than the initial Switch model, which definitely could be. Either way, it's not really gonna do much. I mostly use Pro controllers anyways. Wouldn't want these guys to get drift. And lastly, this is actually the main, embarrassingly, this is the main reason I bought the OLED, was for the new dock. I was really excited about the new dock, so this is my first time looking at it, and we're gonna put this. I may cut that part out. That was a quirky little bit, but I may cut it out. See, I have to upload this tomorrow. Ooh, so that just comes off right away. This is the new Nintendo Switch dock, though. Definitely a lot different. These rubber parts. I think this is rubber. No, this is actually plastic. That's really weird. I really would have thought they would have done rubber after what happened last time. Yeah, to those who don't know, Switch screens scratch really easy, and this one's no exception. So even though it's a much better screen, much higher quality screen, you really want to get a screen protector, which is what I'm going to install actually on here. I don't know, I'll probably cut out for that, but on the dock itself, there's actually one downgrade that the Switch OLED has in comparison to a original Switch, is that it only has 2 USB ports. There's usually a third one in here, but they got rid of it to make way for a LAN port, which is a more than welcome change that we all needed to see. It's one thing I'm certainly going to be using, and I put it in the dock, but again, I want to put a screen protector on it first. So let's go straight to that. Okay, after a quick, that was like 5-minute installation period, we do now have a glass screen protector. One thing I highly advise. I've owned a Switch for 3 years. The first time I ever scratched my Switch screen was like a weekend. Luckily, it was an external scratch, so I could actually remove the vast majority of it. But screen protectors are highly, highly recommended for the Nintendo Switch because their screens are very, very vulnerable. This time around, I use the M-Film glass protector for Nintendo Switch OLED. Make sure you do get one for the OLED, or like you actually look at which model you're getting it for, because the regular, light, and OLED models all have different screen sizes. Other than that, there are multiple differences that I've been able to read about for the OLED. Not only does it have the larger screen, of course, the improved kickstand. Right here. I wish that would show a little better. There we go. Close enough. As well as that, I do believe it has an improved speaker system, an improved, oh, is that a button right there? No, that's not. Improved fan as well. I think things. Battery life is about the same. Speaking of battery, let's see if this held a charge in the month and a half that it took to get here. Well, would you look at that? That's not very impressive though. There we go. Ooh, let's turn it down. Cool. As you can see, it's been a long time since I set one of these up. Or maybe you can't really see the screen. Lighting's making it real difficult. Much larger. No real bezel, like the OG Switch does, or like the OG Switch has. I will actually finish setting this up. Be right back to show you that it really is just a regular Switch. You can see I've set everything up. It actually took longer than the screen protector, funny enough. Just goes to show how easy a screen protector can be in comparison to doing something as trivial as remembering your password. I wish my camera quality was better so that I could show you more about the screen, or that I have my Elgato with me at the moment. So that I could, well, I guess it's not really going to display any screen footage. However, I do want to make a note that the screen quality and audio quality are both significantly improved, and I am impressed, to say the very least, with Nintendo at this. I know a lot of people weren't looking for this as the Switch's successor. They wanted a Switch Pro model, and myself included. This was not the Switch I was looking for, but it is a very nice middle of the road experience, because I'm sure Nintendo is working on a sequel or a Switch Pro, as we have all been hoping for. Now, do expect an actual video to come out about this. I just kind of wanted to document some of the things I've been collecting recently. I figured it might be smart, so long as I'm still doing the streaming and video uploading thing. It only seems right that I would also document the unboxings as I go along. This, again, I actually got this on launch day, so this is definitely coming out after Black Friday, probably even after Cyber Monday of 2021, but this has been in the works for a while. I know some of y'all will be upset at me for giving the Switch OLED so much praise, but I will give it a full review in time, trust me. I do have a Lite and a original Switch that I want to talk about. It is a Model 1 Switch too, so it will greatly affect what I think about the OG model. This was actually still around at like 50% after being in a box for a month and a half, which I find to be pretty impressive with how terrible batteries are nowadays. It ain't the days of the DS anymore. But I'll end this here. Thank you so much for tuning in as I do this very quick presentation of the Switch OLED. I know it's kind of sloppy. It's the first time I'm going to try this, so if you at least enjoy the idea, or if you enjoy the actual video, do leave a like, and a sub would be nice if you're not subbed already. A comment would also be fantastic. I do love talking with everyone. If you're skeptical of the Switch OLED, or if you're enthusiastic about it, I'd love to hear both sides of the argument. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. I will see you guys in the next video, which I will be recording very shortly.